you can get all your exclusive sports news. The saddest moment in football, the first manager in English Premier League history to get winning the UEFA trophy for Chelsea, UEFA Conference League for the Blues, and winning the FIFA Club World Cup against one of the best clubs in Europe, Paris Saint-Germain, who won the UEFA Champions League, defeating one of the best clubs from the Italian Serie A, Inter Milan. Enzo Maresca silenced Luis Enrique to win the FIFA Club World Cup final. And in 2026, the first manager in English Premier League history to get sacked. How possible? Every single coach that has ever won something for the Blues, when things starts going down the drain, then those coaches get sacked. Is it the mantra? Is it what Chelsea always been doing? Is it part of their DNA that a coach will win a trophy for the club, then at the end of the day, he gets sacked? It was a mutual agreement between both parties. Tensions were mounting on Enzo Maresca. It has to come to an end in an awful moment. 2026, early start of the year, and a coach gets sacked from the club that he has brought so much smiles. Things hasn't gone down well for the Blues. He has been one of the finest, he has been one of the best coaches to have ever coached the Blues. He has been one of the finest coaches to have ever done his best to put smiles on the faces of every single Chelsea fan since joining them in 2024, qualifying into the UEFA Champions League with Chelsea, being part of the top four with Chelsea, and doing so well in the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League preliminary round, winning the FIFA Club World Cup, a trophy that nobody ever thought Chelsea could win. They went all the way into the finals, defeated one of the best clubs in Europe, Paris Saint-Germain, who defeated Inter Milan in the finals of the UEFA Champions League. Nobody ever thought Paris Saint-Germain could silence. Nobody ever thought Paris Saint-Germain could silence who? Inter Milan. But Chelsea and Enzo Maresca tactically did so well to make sure they win and win convincingly. Enzo Maresca will definitely get a club, and Pep Guardiola will be leaving Manchester City at the end of the season, and he has earmarked Enzo Maresca to be his next successor. Do you think it's worth it for Enzo Maresca to leave Chelsea? Do you think it's worth it for Enzo Maresca to be sacked by Chelsea? How possible is it for winning the UEFA Conference League, for winning the FIFA Club World Cup in 2025? In 2025 alone, he was one of the best coaches. He got sacked. How possible is it that you come all the way? The season hasn't been well for the Blues. Everyone knows about it. But at the end of the day, Enzo Maresca has been one of the finest coaches. He defeated FC Barcelona when nobody ever thought he could silence them with a 3-0. He did it. He did it convincingly. The toughest leagues in the world is the English Premier League. One of the best, one of the toughest leagues in the world is the English Premier League. And Enzo Maresca wrote history with the Blues, being the first coach to win one of the most decorated trophy for them, the UEFA Conference League, a trophy Chelsea has never won before. Jose Mourinho won trophies for Chelsea. He got sacked. A lot of coaches won trophies for Chelsea, they got sacked. And it is now the turn of Enzo Maresca, the first in Premier League history to get sacked on New Year Day 2026. How possible is it? Did you ever even thought it could end this way? And in 2025-2026 season, it has been one of the best seasons ever. 2025 has been one of the best seasons ever for one of the best strikers in Europe, in the top 5 leagues in Europe. It has been one of the stellar seasons for the French international Kylian Mbappe, who is the top striker in all the leagues around the world for both club and country. 66 career goals for both club and country in 2025. In 2025, a club and country. It's one of the best moments for Kylian Mbappe, one of the best moments for Real Madrid, one of the best moments for the French international in France, securing the World Cup spot for France, scoring goals upon goals to help France secure their World Cup berth. The best moments for Kylian Mbappe, the best moments for the French international in the Spanish La Liga, in the UEFA Champions League, in the FIFA Club World Cup, it was great. In the UEFA Champions League, he is super. In the Spanish La Liga, he is super. In the Spanish Supercopa de España, he is super. And who else? Harry Kane is also in the frame. Helen Haaland is also in there. They've been one of the top 3 best strikers in Europe, in all the top 5 European leagues. Kylian Mbappe, Haaland, and Harry Kane has been one of the best finishers in the top 5 European leagues. They've been one of the top best clinical finishers. And Leo Messi is also in there. What a stellar season for Leo Messi. What a stellar season for Cristiano Ronaldo. The debate to an end. A season that has one of the greatest. A season that has Messi won back-to-back MVP award in the MLS League. Cristiano Ronaldo from 2011 to 2025 has been one of the dominant players who has ever won every single accolade from the Globe Soccer Awards. Back-to-back best player in the Saudi Pro League. Best Middle East Footballer of the Year award. It has always gone to Cristiano Ronaldo. Nobody has ever won it better than Cristiano Ronaldo in 2025. In 2025, it has been one of the stellar seasons in football, in boxing, in tennis. It has been one of the best years ever for all the great boxers, for all the great footballers, for all the great tennis players, for all the great athletes. 2025 has been one of the best years ever for all these athletes. The games still keep on going, the games keep on unfolding, and every moment a new chapter is opened. Every year a new chapter is opened. And one of the saddest moments in football has been the moment where Enzo Maresca ends his journey with the Blues. In 2026, early January, Enzo Maresca becomes the first ever coach in Premier League history to get fired. 2025-2026 season, where do you think the Blues will be? In 2026, a coach has been fired. Is it like that with other clubs? Manchester United, the fans always want Ruben Amorim to get sacked, but the club sticks with him. Do you think Man United is doing the right thing or not? Do you think Enzo Maresca is the best to replace Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, to turn things around for Manchester City, to bring Manchester City to the top, to bring Manchester City as the best, Manchester City one of the greatest, to make Manchester City one of the finest clubs in the world? Do you think Enzo Maresca can do it? There's always a better season. There's always a great season. There's always one of the finest seasons ever in football. Which club do you think should fire their coach? Wa alaikum salam, reluctant. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to each and everyone that has made SATV Sports one of the best, one of the finest, one of the greatest, and one of the most exciting YouTube channel in the world. One of the best YouTube live streamer in the world. It has always been SATV Sports. And reluctant gamer, you are the best. You are one of the best I have ever seen. As a friend, as a brother, you should go back to mobile streaming. You get less views with less streaming. I don't know why, because I have moved Chelsea manager sat. Yes, Chelsea manager sat. Chelsea manager sacked, and it's one of the saddest moments in football. The first manager to get sacked in lesser years. You are the best I have ever seen. Thank you so much, Reluctant Gamer. I really appreciate your support. I'll go back to mobile streaming, and I think I get less views with that, and I'll move back. From tomorrow, live streaming, it will be excellent. It will be exclusive. I'll go back to mobile live streaming, and I think it will help. I think it will help. Thank you so much for giving me this update. But keep on sharing the channel so that we will get far. We'll get where we want to be. And you are one of the best who has ever always support. Yes, move back or that stream. Thank you. I will do that. From tomorrow, I will do that. And from tomorrow, we'll have a lot to discuss. It has always been our journey to do what we should definitely. Inshallah, and that is what I will do, reluctant gamer. Whatever you say is final. Whatever you talk about is final. Whatever you tell me to do, inshallah, I will do it. And I know it will help. I know it will help. And I know it will be one of the best that will ever bring joy to you all. And I want to get more views. So I will just move, I will switch to that aspect, and I know it will be better, it will be great, and it will be nice to have each and every one of you on board to make sure things goes well for SCTV Sports. Inshallah, I will do that. But reluctant gamer, what do you think about Enzo Maresca getting sacked on New Year Day? Do you think Chelsea has done the right thing or did not done the right thing? And do you think what they did is worth it for them to get their coach sacked on New Year Day and first in Premier League history for a club to sack their coach on New Year Day? It's been one of the saddest moments for not for every single Chelsea fan, but those that support the journey, those that support Enzo Maresca. A lot of people have been sacked because they never thought about it. Nobody can also tell whether it was because Pep said he will be leaving Chelsea, because Pep said he will be leaving Manchester City, and City also thought Maresca will be one of the best players to replace Pep Guardiola. Nobody knows it's because of that reason. But what do you think about Enzo Maresca getting sacked by Chelsea? Latin gamer, do you think it's worth it? Liverpool have not sacked their coach, but yet Chelsea have done so. And they've set a record. They've set a record nobody has ever set before in Premier League history. You win trophies for them, you get sacked. Nobody has ever done so apart from Chelsea. You win trophies for them, you get sacked. How has the season been so far in 2025? In 2025 alone, teams have gone down, teams have been up, teams have gone down, and teams have been up. The worst season so far has been for Manchester United. The worst ever season so far has been for Manchester United. Winning and losing matches. Each time Yo, Leighton, how are you doing? Great, great, great. It's good to have you back on board. We are talking about Marshall. Many happy returns, many happy returns. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Leighton, Chelsea have sacked their head coach on New Year Day. What do you think about it? Is it nice for it to happen at this particular moment? Or Chelsea have not done well in getting him sacked? Pressure was mounting on Enzo Maresca, and he has got his sack. Do you think it's good, or do you think it's bad? One of the best moments you will ever find with the Blues has been when he won the UEFA Conference League, has been when he won the FIFA Club World Cup. Two trophies since joining Chelsea, but he is no longer part of the Blues. What do you think has been the cause of all these troubles that a coach will win a trophy for Chelsea, then he gets sacked? Where is the problem coming from? Can this problem be solved by the Blues? Can the hierarchy from Chelsea make sure this problem is solved at the end of the day? And who is going to replace Enzo Maresca after Chelsea has gotten him sacked? Who will replace Enzo Maresca? Who is the best coach to replace him? And will he be the one to turn things around? Who is it gonna be? Who do you have in mind that he is going to replace Enzo Maresca at this particular moment after 18 months in charge of Chelsea? He is gone. Who is his next successor? Who is the next person to replace him? How is it going to be for the Blues without their manager who made them the best? Who is going to replace Enzo Maresca, who brought smiles onto every single Chelsea fan? You might not be happy about his sack. You might be happy about his sack. But what has made it like this? That any coach that wins a trophy or not, he will just be booted out. What do Chelsea want as a club? Is it only trophies and the managers get sacked? Or it's not about trophies and managers will get sacked? It has been from the era of Jose Mourinho and Andreas Villas-Boas. It has been like that from every single coach that has ever coached the Blues. You win, you get sacked. You win, you get sacked. You win, you get sacked. You don't win, you don't get sacked. What has been the trend? What has been the issues with the Blues? And can things turn around to be the best? Can things turn around to be one of the finest? Can things turn around to be one of the greatest? Every season for Chelsea, what has been the problem? That any coach that comes in, win or without winning trophies, they are impatient with coaches. Why is it that Chelsea is the only club in the English Premier League that is impatient with Chelsea? Chelsea and Manchester United has been the club that has always been impatient with coaches. Will things change for the Blues? Or will things be like that for the Blues? How do you think the season is going to be for Chelsea without their head coach? Can things be okay? Can things be okay with Chelsea? Or things will never be like that with Chelsea? How is the season going to be in 2026? Will it be like this? Or will things change for Chelsea after getting their manager sacked in New Year Day? I think it's bad because they won the Club World Cup. I think that one is quick to have things like this. That a coach will win trophies for Chelsea and then In 18 months, 2 trophies, and in 18 months, he gets booted out. In just 18 months, a club that won the French League 1, the French Super Cup, they won the Coupe de France, and they won the UEFA Champions League. 4 trophies in one season. Enzo Maresca dominated and scored and outclassed Luis Enrique to win the FIFA Club World Cup 2026. And at the end of the season, at the end of the day, in 18 months, Enzo Maresca gets sacked. It's just crazy that one of the finest coaches to have ever dominated Luis Enrique, who has done it with so many clubs, he gets sacked. And one of the dominant, do you think Estival has potential to be a Ballon d'Or winner? 100%. Estival is one of the finest players I've ever seen. He's one of the youngest players I have ever seen in football. He will be a contender next season. This is just a half season with the Blues. And when it kickstarts in 2026-2027 season, everyone will see the potential Estival has. In your opinion, Lamine Yamal or Estival? Lamine Yamal is one of the best. Lamine Yamal is great. Lamine Yamal has seen more in football than Estival. So I'll go for Lamine Yamal. No two ways about that. I'll go with Lamine Yamal. But the Brazilian will have a stellar season after the 2026 FIFA World Cup. He will dominate the world stage after the 2026 FIFA World Cup. He will be one of the best after the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And everybody will see the turning point of Estival in the English Premier League. In his first season, he is dominating the English Premier League. In his first season, he is doing so well in the English Premier League. In his first season, he is being one of the best in the English Premier League. When you join the live stream, double tap on the screen, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Just join the live stream. Let's get interactive. William Estival is one of the best players, and he will have a great season in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Everyone will see who he is and who he has been. He did so well with Palmeiras before joining Chelsea. He was one of the best players with Palmeiras before joining Chelsea. And Chelsea have scouted him for long before signing him to join them. And he played against Chelsea at the FIFA Club World Cup 2025. And he scored against Chelsea. And coming to the English Premier League, he has been spectacular. He has been one of the finest players joining Chelsea and making sure at least he doesn't get fumbled in the English Premier League. The toughest league in the world is the English Premier League, one of the hardest leagues in the world. And for him to come to England and start straight away, that shows he has a great future. And with a new coach coming on board, let's pray Estival will have one of the best seasons in his life. Let's pray he will have one of the greatest seasons in his life, because he is very young. He is very young, and he has great feet. He was part of those that demolished FC Barcelona. And at the Spotify Camp Nou, maybe he will still do it for Chelsea. Nobody ever thought Estival would dominate FC Barcelona, but he did. It was spectacular on that day. He is the finest on that day, and he did so well for the Blues. And any coach that walks into Chelsea will always field him and Cole Palmer, and they will terrorize defense, they will terrorize clubs, they will terrorize teams, and he will be super great. He will be super good. He will be super wonderful in 2026, 2027. And he will bring joy to every single Brazilian team, to every single Brazilian football loving fan. And when most at times when Brazilians comes to the English Premier League, they are always super to watch. They are always great. They are always exciting to watch. And William Estival has brought that smile. Who the most underrated player for you? The most underrated player for me, the most underrated player for me was Usman Dembele. He was the most underrated. And Arda Güler is also one of the most underrated players. But these are great and wonderful players. People don't have so much passion for them, but they are one of the best you can even think of. Trust me, in 2026, 2025 alone, it has been one of the best. People don't regard those players, but for me, it's Fermin Lopez. You are right. For me, it's Alda Gula. For me, it's Alda Gula. He's great. He's doing so well with the Turkish national team. But with Real Madrid, it's always off. And Fermin Lopez, great, 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 great by all standard for FC Barcelona. Great by all standard. One of the finest you can ever see. People don't have much mindset. They don't pay much attention to him. The club, the coaches don't pay much attention to him. But whenever he plays, he is always exciting to watch. He is same as Arda Güler. You know, every team and the player they love. Every club, every coach and the player they love. But Fermin Lopez, trust me, he is super A1. Do you think Enrique's chances of being a top striker gone after being loaned out? No, it's not. It's not. He only needs playing time. And he's not getting, when he moved from Brazil to join Real Madrid, he moved with great passion. He moved and everyone thought he is going to be the best in the Spanish La Liga. But things couldn't happen that way due to injuries and a lot depends on his shoulder. And in the Spanish La Liga, when you come in straight away, most coaches don't like putting you on the limelight because there was Kylian Mbappe, because there was Vinicius Jr., there was a lot of players on board, and they couldn't bench them for him. But moving out on loan, people will see the best of him in the French League 1. He is more or less like Mason Greenwood. When he was at Manchester United, he was doing so well before his issues started. And now he is terrorizing the French League 1. He is one of the best players in the French League 1. He is one of the finest players in the French League 1. He is one of the best you can ever think of in the French League 1. So it's similar to Hendricks. And he will be good. He will come good. He will come good in the French League 1. And he will be back at Madrid. And he will do the best that Madrid got to know when they signed him. After his loan season, he will come back to his best. And moving out on loan, the club needs him. The club wanted him. And sometimes when you have a club and teams come to you and Real Madrid opens their door that they want to sign you, you can't say no. It's like Enrique's. He can't say no to Real Madrid. He can't say no to Barcelona if they come to him. Before Real Madrid signed him, a lot of teams wanted to sign him. But he wanted Madrid, and Madrid signed him. That has been the case. That has been the mantra. That has been the problem with most young players. When big clubs come on board, they always want to sign for those clubs. And Henriks will come good since moving out on loan. For me, I want him to stay out on loan for like 2 seasons, and Madrid will go for him. Look at Nico Pass with Como. Look at the way he's scoring goals, and look at the way he's so fresh. Now Madrid wants to bring him back into in 2026-2027 season. Deal already done, and he will be moving back to Madrid. That is how it is. When you go back and you shine, you will definitely come back to the club that made you. And Nico Paz will be coming back to Real Madrid. It will be one of the best seasons ever for Nico Paz to come back to the club that made. He has already said yes to Madrid, and he doesn't want to move to any other club but to come back to Real Madrid. And he is one of the finest you can ever think of. Scoring goals, giving assists. That is what Real Madrid wants. And that is what Real Madrid is going back for in 2026-2027 season. Nico Paz will be coming back to Madrid. And Hendricks will also be coming back to Madrid after a stellar season out on loan. So this is how it is. When you don't get playing time, you will definitely be loaned out for you to have more playing time and be refreshed and be redefined to come back to the club that made you. Look at Rasmus Højlund at Napoli. He's doing his best. He's playing well. He's in great form of his life. So many things happens in football. Look at Marcus Rashford at FC Barcelona. Left Manchester United, joined FC Barcelona on loan, and he's in great form of his life. So everything that happens always happens at its own best. It's part of football. It's part of nature. You don't get playing time in football, you get loaned out to bring out the best in you. And Nico Paz, Rasmus Højlund, Marcus Rashford are doing so well in the 2025-2026 season on loan. And Nico Paz, after leaving Real Madrid, is doing so well with Como. So this is what happens in football. Anything can happen. Football has its own journey. Football has its own side effects. Football has its own problems. But there is always a great moment in football when you think it's over. Things turns around to be the best. Things turns around to be one of the greatest. Things turns around to be one of the finest. It has always been great season. It has always been one of the finest seasons we can always see when it comes to football. And one of the finest African strikers, Victor Osimhen, from where? After leaving Napoli to join Galatasaray for both club and country, he has scored over 40 plus goals. He is the fifth top highest striker in 2025 for both club and country. One of the best seasons ever for him, for Nigeria, and for Galatasaray. He was one of the top strikers. Before he left Napoli, he did so well. He scored goals upon goals for Napoli. He was part of the top strikers in the Italian Serie A and across the top 5 leagues in Europe. He left Napoli, joined Galatasaray on loan, scored so many goals, over 30 plus goals in that season. And he has signed for Napoli, for Galatasaray after leaving Napoli. And he is doing so well in the Turkish Super League. The top 5 best strikers, Victor Osimhen, the top 10, Victor Osimhen is part of the top 5. The finest African striker, the best African striker, and he has done it in great fashion. He has nailed it. He has put his name on the map as one of the top 5 best strikers in the world. When you see Harry Kane, when you see Kylian Mbappe, when you see Haaland, you will definitely see Victor Osimhen. He is doing so well for the Nigerian national team in the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Victor Osimhen is doing so well with the Nigerian national team. They are in the round of 16. In 2025 alone, the top 5 best strikers, Victor Osimhen is part of the top 5. Kylian Mbappe is the best. 66 goals in 2025. The best, the finest, the greatest, and one of the most decorated strikers. Kylian Mbappe is the best. On the Golden Boot European Top Golden Boot Award in 2025. And in 2025 alone, for both club and country, he is the best striker. Who else can silence Kylian Mbappe? Who else can put Kylian Mbappe down as the top best striker in the world? In his entire football career, he has scored so many goals, getting closer to Cristiano Ronaldo, and he will be the only striker that is going to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. If you might doubt it, but Kylian Mbappe will definitely put his name on the map to replace Cristiano Ronaldo after the end of his football career. He is still scoring goals. He is still putting his name on the map. He is still doing his best to make sure Real Madrid and the France national team are on top of their they are on top of the world. They are on top of everything. The French national team and Real Madrid, after leaving AS Monaco to join Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe has been one of the finest players, has been one of the best strikers in the world after leaving AS Monaco to join Paris Saint-Germain, left Paris Saint-Germain to join Real Madrid. He has been one of the best. He has been one of the finest. He has been one of the greatest footballers that will ever replace Cristiano Ronaldo, that has ever put his name on the map. When you mention the top best strikers, you cannot mention without adding Kylian Mbappe's name to it. When you mention the top 10 best strikers, you cannot mention without putting Kylian Mbappe on the map. He is one of the finest. He is one of the best. He is one of the most decorated strikers in the world. Who will catch up with Kylian Mbappe? Kylian Mbappe is dominating the Spanish La Liga. Harry Kane is dominating the German Bundesliga. And Haaland is dominating the English Premier League. The 3 top best strikers. And Victor Osimhen is dominating the Turkish Super League. The only African who is terrorizing teams, who is doing so well in the Turkish Super League. Will he move back to Europe after the end of his contract with Galatasaray? And will Galatasaray renew his contract after it comes to an end? The best, the finest, the greatest African footballer, the best striker in Africa now comes from Nigeria. One of the best strikers now comes from Nigeria. And most of the top African countries are doing so well when it comes to the top 5 leagues in Europe. Osimhen dominated the Italian Serie A. He is now dominating the Turkish Super League. Where else will he be if not one of the best clubs in the world? The Turkish Super League. They are doing so well. Galatasaray doing so well in the UEFA Champions League. They've been one of the best teams in the UEFA Champions League from Turkey. Where do you think Galatasaray will be in the UEFA Champions League? Can they be in the quarterfinals? Can they be in the semi-finals? And can they be in the finals of the UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 season? The finals will be played in 2026. Who is going to win it? Can Galatasaray be one of the top 10 teams in the UEFA Champions League when it comes to an end? Where will your club be? Who is going to replace Enzo Maresca? Which coach is now going to replace Enzo Maresca? And do you think that coach has the balls to replace Enzo Maresca? Do you think the coach will have the heart to coach Chelsea? Knowing fully well whether win or lose, you get sacked. If you are doing well, they stick with you. If you are doing bad, you get sacked. After having a tough time with the Blues, the first ever coach to get sacked in Premier League history, Enzo Maresca is one of those coaches. Where do you think he will be after leaving Chelsea? Where do you think Enzo Maresca will be? And will Kylian Mbappe, Haaland, and Harry Kane, which one of these three top best strikers is going to win the 2026 Golden Boot Award? Will he go for Kylian Mbappe? Or will he go for Haaland? Or will he go for Harry Kane? All these will happen in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, where each player will take his country to, where each player will be. And in 2026, it will determine the club that will win the league, the club that will dominate in the UEFA Champions League, and the club that will be on top in 2026. The Golden Boot Award will be determined in the top 5 European leagues. And who is going to win it? Is it Harry Kane? Is it Mbappe? Or is it Haaland? In 2026, definitely the one to win the FIFA Ballon d'Or will be Kylian Mbappe. He's having a stellar season in 2025-2026. He will definitely be in line to win the Ballon d'Or. Definitely in 2026 will be a moment for Mbappe. Who is your top striker in the top 5 European leagues? Haaland, Mbappe, and Harry Kane. Who is your top best striker amongst these three? And in Africa and in the Turkish Super League, I will add Victor Osimhen because he is one of the best across the top 5 European leagues. Victor Osimhen is one of the best strikers you can ever think of from Africa. So I'll add him to it because the top 5 best strikers, Victor Osimhen is part of them. He has scored over 40 plus goals. He's part of one of the best strikers in the top 5 European leagues in the world. Where do you think he will be at the end of 2026? Can he equal Kylian Mbappe's goal, 66 goals in 2025? And how many goals do you think Kylian Mbappe is going to score in 2026? The new year has begun in 1st January. Today is 2nd January 2026. Where will your club be at the end of the season? Will your club win the league? Will your club be part of the best teams in 2026 at the end of the season? I'm a Manchester United fan. So where do you think Manchester United will be? Will they play in the 2025-2026 UEFA Champions League, 2026-2027 UEFA Champions League? Will they be part of the top 4 at the end of the 2025-2026 season? Where will Manchester United be at the end of the season? And who is going to win Europe's best Golden Boot Award? Kylian Mbappe is the holder of it. Can he win it again in 2026? Or it will go to Harry Kane? Or it will go to Haaland? You might doubt it, but Kylian Mbappe is one of the hottest strikers in the world. Kylian Mbappe is one of the best strikers in the world. Kylian Mbappe is one of the finest strikers in the world. Can he win it again in 2026? Can he dominate it once again in 2026? when Pep Guardiola leaves Manchester City at the end of the season, nobody knows when he will be leaving, but he will be leaving Manchester City after all the years he has been with them. So where do you think he will be? Should Manchester United sign Pep Guardiola when he leaves Manchester City? Should Manchester United go for him? He knows the English Premier League. He has wanted Manchester United for long. Should Manchester United go for Pep Guardiola when he leaves Manchester City? Or is there any other coach that Man City should go for or Man United should go for if Ruben Amorim is sacked by Manchester United? Who is going to coach Manchester United when Ruben Amorim leaves? Will it be Pep Guardiola or will it be Enzo Maresca? Enzo Maresca also wants to coach Manchester United when Ruben Amorim leaves or when there is a vacancy for him to coach Manchester United. He has always wanted that. So where would you think he will be at the end of the season? Now he might rest and think about his next chapter. But where do you think he will be? Manchester United or Manchester City? Where do you think he will be? And he is one of the finest coaches that can turn things around for City and for Manchester United. So where do you think he will be? And Ghanaian international Antoine Semenyo will also be joining one of the best Premier League clubs. City is ahead of every other club trying to sign Antoine Semenyo, the Ghanaian international. A lot of teams are negotiating so hard to make sure they sign the Ghanaian international. So where do you think Antoine Semenyo will be in the January transfer window? Where do you think he will be? Every club wants to sign in January when the transfer window opens. Who do you think your club will sign? Who will be joining Manchester United? Who will be joining Manchester City? Who will be joining Liverpool? Liverpool wants to sign Antoine Semenyo. Chelsea wants to sign Antoine Semenyo. Man City wants to sign Antoine Semenyo. Where do you think Semenyo will be in 2026-2027 season, 2025-2026 season? At the end of the season, where do you think he will be? A lot of people want him. A lot of clubs want to sign him. Where do you think he will be at the end of the season? Do you think he's going to have one of the finest seasons in the English Premier League? The most underrated player. He has scored over 8 goals in the English Premier League 2025-2026. And in 2024-2025, he did so well with FC Bournemouth. They started the season so well, was part of the top 4, and did now drop down the drain, losing matches upon matches, and drawing matches. But where do you think FC Bournemouth will be at the end of the season? Who is going to replace Enzo Maresca at the end of his after his sack? Which coach is going to replace Enzo Maresca? And which team in the Spanish La Liga is going to win the Spanish La Liga 2025-2026? Who is going to win the English Premier League? Which club is going to win the English Premier League? Which club is going to win the Italian Serie A? Which club is going to win the German Bundesliga? FC Bayern is automatically the favorite to win the German Bundesliga. But where do you think these clubs will be at the end of the season? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share and turn your notification button on. And always subscribe to SATV Sports. Happy New Year to each and every loving football fan that has ever supported SATV Sports. I really appreciate all the love and support you have given me all this while. You were part of the journey when we hit the 1K on YouTube. You are part of the journey. We are 101 on YouTube. You are part of this. You are 1,100 on YouTube. 101 on YouTube. This is one of the 1100 on YouTube. 1100 on YouTube. Where else will SATV Sports? How grateful I am for each and everyone that has supported this journey. Who is going to replace Enzo Maresca? Which coach is joining Chelsea after Enzo Maresca is sacked? Let me know in the comment section. Share and turn your notification button on, and always subscribe to SATV Sports, and I'll bring you more exclusive when it comes to sports news around the world.